Welcome to part 1 of learning n8n automation. By end of this video, you will be able to create your first AI automation workflow and you don't need to know coding. Okay, let's start from the basics. n8n is a workflow automation tool. It helps different apps and tools work together automatically. To understand this better, I'll quickly explain what automation is. See, in every company, there are many processes that repeat every day. Automation means mapping these processes, connecting the tools involved, and creating a workflow where tasks get done on their own. Every AI automation follows a simple structure. First, something happens, and this is known as trigger. Then actions take place, which are the steps in between. Finally, you get an output or result. Today, you will learn the basics of n8n, and by the end of this video, you will be able to create your first AI automation. The automation we are creating today is how to automate LinkedIn post scheduling. Alright, let's get started. So once you come to the landing page of n8n, you need to sign up using the button Get Started. So here you can provide your company email or personal email and sign up to n8n. So I have already signed up, so I'll go with sign in option. So I'm just logging in with my account name. Once we sign in, we land to the overview page. Here you can see workflow, credential, execution. So in the workflow tab, you can see all the workflows, automation scenarios we build in n8n. So you can see their names and the respective projects. So by default, whenever you create a workflow in n8n, it goes to the project named personal. So you can see the personal project over here. You can add your custom project using this option plus, where you can see the option to add custom project. So I have already added a custom project named n8n learning. So you can see over here. Alright, so let's go back to the personal one. So that's about workflow. Now let's go to credentials section. So whatever connections you add in n8n or any apps you connect using API keys or authorizations are listed over here. So let it be Google Calendar, Gmail, Google Sheet or Outlook, etc. And then we have the third tab, that is execution, where you can see the run histories of workflows you have created. Now let's go and create our first AI automation workflow. To create a workflow, there are two options. Either you can go and click on plus workflow and go and create under personal or a custom project you create, or you can just click on this right button, create workflow. Let me click on create workflow. This is the interface where we are going to develop our first AI automation. Now let's be clear with the objective of our use case. So here we are looking forward to post content periodically in LinkedIn for a specific domain or niche that what we like, so that we get more attraction or visibility on our profile page. Alright, so here we need to understand how we are going to trigger the workflow, how we are going to create the content, and finally the result is posting to LinkedIn. So let's go and start with our trigger. So let me click on this plus option, add first step. Once you click on this, you can see different triggers like trigger manually or trigger on app event, on schedule, on webhook call, on form submission. For now, I'm just using trigger manually because we are in a testing phase of building the workflow. So let me click on trigger manually. All right. So we have the trigger, that is trigger manually. Of course, we need to change it at the end because our requirement is to trigger based on a schedule basis. So let's go with trigger manually. And how it triggers? It triggers when clicking execute workflow. It has clearly explained it. So if you click on execute workflow, you can see that it has got triggered. Once the trigger is chosen, the next step is to add the intermediate action steps. So to add the next step, you can click on plus and then you can think about what step we need to add. Say for example, if we are going to store the content to post in LinkedIn in Google Sheet, of course, here we need to search for Google Sheet and add the steps related to Google Sheet. Instead of this, let's think in a better way. We don't want to store the content in Google Sheet or feed it manually. It's something like, it's again complex. The process is becoming complex. Instead, let the AI brain generate the content. In that case, we have to use AI related steps. So let's go and see AI related actions over here. So you can see we have Anthropic, Google Gemini, OpenAI, different LLMs are available. So we can either connect OpenAI, Gemini or Anthropic to generate our AI content, of course in our own tone. I would prefer to go with OpenAI, but since OpenAI needs credit card billing to be enabled, I would go with Google Gemini, which is free of cost. So let me add Google Gemini over here. Let me click on this. So in Google Gemini, you can see different actions. See, any step is divided into actions, triggers, etc. So here you can see different actions. So let's think, what is our idea? Our idea is to generate a content. So let's see if we have something like generate a content. Yes, we have some action like message a model. So of course, message a model can message it and get the output, right? So models like LLMs, the intention of LLM is to give an input and get the output response. So let's go and click on message a model. Once you click on any step, you get this window which gives the configuration of that step. You can just close it for time being by clicking the close button towards the right corner. Alright, so you can see two steps are added. So first is a trigger and then message a model. Each step in our workflow is known as node. So node is basically a module, or it is the smallest building block of our workflow. Now let's go to the Gemini node and start its configuration. So just click on the Gemini node, and here the first thing you see is to add connection. So you can see credential to connect with. So you can simply go and just click on create new credential. So once you click on create new credential, you can get this pop-up where you need to input the API key. Again, let me reiterate, we are using here Gemini because it's free of cost and gives quality output. So here, to get the Gemini API key, let's go and search Gemini API key in Google, and you go to AI Studio. Over here, let me just sign into AI Studio. You can see this option, get API key. So click on get API key. Now let's go and click on create API key. So you can create your own API key over here. So just click on create key and we'll get our key created instantly. Okay, so we can just copy our key. Let me copy this and come back to n8n and just paste our API key and click on save. So let's see. Okay, so the connection has been tested successfully. Let's close it. So our connection is ready. Now let's go and choose our model. So I'm going to choose the Gemini 2.5 Flash model. Now let's check out the message section where we have to provide the prompt under the role user. So user prompt and system prompt are the two important parameters which we have to provide under this node. I mean Gemini's action step. So here user prompt means the input. So what we are providing as the input? Say we need to provide or we need to generate content related to our own domain or niche. So here as an input, we'll provide different topics separated by comma of our specific interest area. Since I'm interested in AI topics, I've generated a bunch of AI topics separated by comma using ChatGPT. So you can also generate it just go into ChatGPT or Claude or Gemini and type in that this is your interested area. You want to post different topics in LinkedIn, generate me content or topics, maybe hundreds of topics with in comma separated way, right? So once that is ready, you can just paste it. So let me paste it and show you what we have. Like I have chosen future of work in AI, comma, overcoming resistance to AI adoption, enhancing client and user experience with AI solutions. So a bunch of AI related topics has been chosen. So let's come back. Let me click on this node again. So we have the input, that is these AI topics separated by comma. Now, as I mentioned, we need to provide system message. So system message is a set of instructions where it defines how the AI should work, how the AI brain should act. So we have this user message where we have, all these topics separated by comma. So we will instruct the AI on how we should decide or what should be done with this user inputs. So to do so, or to add the system message, you can go to option section, add option, system message. So you get this window. You can expand it by clicking on this panel, focus parameter, and then input your system message. To save time, I have already prepared the system message. I'll just paste over here. You can see here it starts with you are a professional LinkedIn content writer. So this is a role. You can make it better like you are a professional LinkedIn content writer for companies like Apple, Uber, etc. And then what is the input? You will receive a list of topics separated by commas, and task randomly select only one topic from provided list. Create a high quality LinkedIn post based entirely on the selected topic. The post should be professional, engaging, valuable for a LinkedIn audience. The tone should be insightful, conversational, and thought-provoking. And then just few precautions like do not mention or list other topics or explain your selection process, etc. And finally, provide the output rule to return only the LinkedIn post content. You can refine this prompt further by spending more time where you can add examples of your previous post so that we have a custom content or the content created in your professional tone or style instead of the common AI style it follows. Now let's go and close this, and now just click on execute workflow, and let's see what is the output of our Gemini node. It's running. Let's see. Okay, so we got the output. To see the output in n8n, you can double click on the node, and here you can see the output is generated in three format. One is schema, where you can see the schema format like content, parts, part 0, test. So this is the input, and this is a table format. So we have a good content with a new line separated by new line. So slash and represent new line. And this is a JSON format where you can see AI is hailed as the ultimate disruptor in many traditional industries. So we have a good content generated over here. So you can see the input towards the left and the output in the right section. So let's go and close it. So we have almost completed our workflow. So now we are going to the last step, that is the final output. So we are intending to post this in LinkedIn. So we have to connect our last node, that is LinkedIn node. So let's go and click on plus and search. Let's see whether LinkedIn is there. So let's click on LinkedIn. Yes, we can see LinkedIn. Let me click on it, and you can see the action. Just one action is available, create a post. So let's go and click on it, and you can see this window. For timing, let's close it. So you can see the LinkedIn node is added over here as a last step in the workflow. Now let's go and configure this by clicking on it. So as usual, how we configure Gemini, we have to add the connection. So let's go and click on this credential to connect with, and click on create new credential, and this pop-up comes. Very important thing, it's always good to rename our connection so we can identify whose connection it is, or even rename our node so that we can understand why this node or step has been taken, or even rename our workflows efficiently so that later when we comes in, we know, okay, why this workflow has been created, what is its objective. So let me go and rename my connection to Jahar connection, and then just disable this option organization support and click on connect my account. So we get this pop-up. Okay, connection is successful. It just closes automatically in 5 seconds. So we can see account connected. Just close this. Once the connection is added, let's check out the different options. So it is post option with create operation, that's fine. Post as person, so you can post as organization as well, but I disabled the organization option while adding the connection, if you remember. So let's go with person, and I can see my name is reflected over here. So now what we need to post, that's a test input, right? So we need to map here. So to map anything or like any variable in n8n from the previous node or previous module, you can just drag and drop. So you can see the input in the left, that is from create a post node. You can see under content there is parts, and parts 0, that is a array indexing. So part 0 we have a test value. So this is a test value. So this test value we need to map over here. So you can just drag and drop like as I shown here. So once it is drag and drop, we have the test content ready. You can see the mapped value over here, and you can see it in an expanded way by clicking on this focus parameter. So here you can see this is the expression we mapped, that is from the Gemini node, and this is the value which is stored in that node. All right, so let's go and see this additional field. So you can use some visibility option like public, whether you want to make it public, or connection related things. All right, however, this is not mandatory and it will be public by default. So let's go and delete it, and now let's close this window. All right, now we have completed our workflow. So let's align it properly. So we have this alignment option, like you can see over here, zoom to fit, zoom in, zoom out, and tidy up. So just click on tidy up so it gets aligned properly. And now let's go and test it. So just click on execute workflow, and let's see how the post get created. So we have the first trigger getting triggered and triggering now the Gemini, and we have the post, the promise of AI is clear. So this is a post generated by Gemini node, and let's click on the node of LinkedIn. So here you can see the input, that's from create a post node, and then we have the output. So the output is just the LinkedIn URL number or URL reference. So let's go to the LinkedIn and let's see the post. I'm excited, guys. Okay, this is my profile. So you can see, so we have this post, a cool post. See, the promise of AI is clear, yet for many established industries. See this, we have the tags, we have a cool explanation separated by new lines and proper spacing. Cool, right? So let's come back to our n8n and let's close this window. So now, as I mentioned, for time being we chosen when clicking execute workflow node, right? The trigger is when clicking execute workflow. This trigger has to be changed because our objective is to schedule the post periodically and then release it in LinkedIn automatically, right? So let's go and delete this node and go and choose a appropriate trigger. So we have trigger manually on app event on schedule. So on schedule is the right fit for us. Let's go and click on schedule, and you can see when it should trigger on daily basis or weekly basis. Days is fine. Day between triggers 1, and then when it should trigger, what time, say for example 7 p.m, at what minute, maybe 7:30, and then you can add different rules which you can explore. All right, and then just close this. So we have this trigger ready, and just connect to our Gemini. All right, now we have everything set up properly. So we have the scheduled trigger, that is a trigger or how it should fire, then the action step, that is from the Gemini node, and the final output, that is a LinkedIn node posting it to LinkedIn automatically. Now let's go and click on this publish option to make your first AI automation workflow live. In the next part, we'll be discussing about building AI agents in n8n. So stay tuned and subscribe for more AI automation tutorials.